I want to tell you about a feeling I know you've had. That moment before you walk into a room, an audition, an interview, a party, first date where you look at yourself and think, if I could just be a little different, a little more, a little shinier, a little more like the version of me that gets chosen. And then you walk in anyway, as yourself. And sometimes it's not enough, and the world moves on without you. Thelma the pony has been having that moment for 10 years. And then a truck full of pink paint and glitter changed everything. I wish someone had warned me that a sparkly Netflix horse movie was going to say something this true about what fame costs and what authenticity actually means. So, here's where we start. Thelma is a small farm pony whose main job is to discard manure from the farm. Disney, which is the movie's way of telling you exactly where she starts before she tells you where she wants to go. She has a band, the Rusty Buckets. Her and Otis the donkey, and Reggie the llama. 10 years of playing together. 10 years of trying. 10 years of being told in the particular, polite, brutal way the music industry tells you that you don't have what it takes, that you don't have the sparkle. The judges say the band has no sparkle or appeal for the audience. Not that she can't sing. She can sing. Brittany Howard's voice coming out of this stubby little pony is genuinely extraordinary, soulful and raw and completely real. The voice was never the problem. The problem the world kept telling her was what she looked like, what she was. And then one afternoon, a clumsy truck driver accidentally drenches Thelma, wearing a carrot on her forehead in glitter and pink paint, giving her the appearance of a unicorn. Disney and the world that ignored her for 10 years suddenly cannot look away. Here's what got me. Thelma knows immediately that it's the paint. She knows the carrot isn't a horn. She knows she hasn't changed. Not actually. Not in any way that matters. The voice is the same. The heart is the same. The music is the same music she was making on that farm while the world walked past. But the world is going insane for her now. It feels so good. And Otis, her oldest friend, the one who has been beside her through every rejection, says plainly, "This isn't right. We should tell them the truth." And Thelma, who knows he's right, who has always known he's right, decides not to. By changing her identity to chase those ambitions, Thelma betrays herself and those who truly know her. And that's where the movie stops being a fun, colorful kids' film and becomes something I've lived. Because how many of us have done that exact thing? It's put on a version of ourselves that we knew wasn't fully real because the real version kept getting passed over. Learn the language the room wanted to hear, dress the way the industry expected, became something more palatable so the world would finally give us the thing we'd always deserved. Vic Diamond, an unscrupulous manager who comments on the perils of the music business, pursues Thelma and transforms her into his next profitable success. Thelma goes along with it. Signed 2 huge sellout records. Is given a fake celebrity boyfriend. Stripped of Otis and Peggy, the people who actually loved her, and handed a manufactured image instead. The costume fit. The crowd loved it. And inside the pink glitter, Thelma started disappearing. The movie's sharpest and most surprising quality is how genuinely biting it is about fame and the industry that manufactures it. Nikki Narwhal, an aquatic pop diva jealous of Thelma's impending breakout, and Vic comment on the perils of the business. Nikki isn't just a villain, she's a warning. It's a creature who has been in the machine long enough that she can't remember what she sounded like before it shaped her. Who fights for her spotlight not because she loves the music anymore, but because the spotlight is the only mirror she has left. And Thelma is watching herself become Nikki in real time. At the end of the film, Thelma finally reveals her true self on stage. She realizes that her pursuit of fame was driven by a desire for acceptance and recognition rather than genuine passion. Fandom, she takes off the horn, washes off the paint, stands on that stage as a pony, stubby and unsparkled and completely herself, and sings. And the voice, that voice that was always there. That voice the world walked past for 10 years. It fills the whole room. It always could. Is Thelma the Unicorn a perfect film? No. It becomes overly busy in its final act, sacrificing some of its sly wit to cluttered visual freneticism. The film verdict, some of the music industry satire, goes a little broad on the Peggy storyline, which is genuinely warm and funny, deserves more space than the plot gives it. But for most of its running time, it's a small-scale delight that balances quirky humor and heartfelt emotion to excellent effect. The film verdict, and the thing it says about authenticity, about the specific exhausting performance of being a version of yourself, The world will accept that lands. Cleanly. Completely. Without flinching. Here's what I keep coming back to. Thelma didn't become a star when she put the paint on. She became a product. The star was always underneath. The star was the voice on the farm singing to nobody. The star was the pony who kept showing up to auditions that kept saying no. The world didn't make her a star. The world just finally got out of its own way long enough to hear what was always there. If you're putting on paint right now, performing a version of yourself that the room wants to see because the real version keeps getting passed over, I see you. This movie sees you. And Thelma wants you to know the carrot was never the point. Watch this one on a quiet night when you need something that's funny and warm and just a little bit brave. If this kind of video is your thing, subscribe and stay. I'll always be here finding the real voice underneath the glitter. See you next time.